Alright, so I just wanted to run through what we do to set up a new project. And the first thing is that Carolyn sends a confirmation email which looks something like this, and it covers all of the inclusions for the project. We then wait for the client to reply saying yes, that's all right, and for a new client we wait for them to pay before we go through the setup. But for this one, because we are pretty sure that they are going to go ahead with this very large project, we'll begin the setup steps so that you can see what's involved. So they're doing a silver logo and then stationery with a practice brochure and flyer and a website, as well as quick content. So it's a pretty large project overall, and it'll probably run for 4 or 5 months as we do all of the various things. And we'll always start with the logo and branding. So if we go and look on Gus, you can see that there is a page. I've created a little video that I sent to you about how to create a new project from the Basecamp template, but there's also a whole lot of Basecamp project setup instructions, which you can always just search for and find. Here we go. Whoop, no, that's not it. I'm just going to pause. Alright, so for any new project, we have to make sure that there are a number of things done in the setup process. The first one is we'll set up a Basecamp project. We then go in and make sure that Harvest is set up so that the project manager and any other team members can log their time against it. We then go into Harvest and we add the project line items with the time allocations, and there's a separate page that we go to, which I'll open in another tab. We also set up and make sure that a project manager is assigned to the project. Once we've received payment, we add a tile into Trello. Normally, Carolyn will have added this into Trello already, and you just have to move it into the kickoff stage. We have to set up the client in Highrise. And then once you've set up Basecamp, there are a number of other things that have to be done by you as project coordinator in this role, including copying the scope into the Basecamp project, all of the contact details. If there's a handover document, which there normally is, you pop that into Basecamp and into Dropbox. Make sure everything is ready for us to start running on the project. So if we look at Harvest, and we've got this, the link goes to this page, which is how we name the project and how much time we allow for the project management of the project. So this client is getting a silver logo, so it's going to be an hour and a half. They're also doing a full scrolling website with quick content. So scrolling website is 21.75 hours. They've got responsive, an extra 2.5 hours, and they've got quick content, which is an extra 4 hours. So 27.75 hours for the website project. That's just the project management time. If we're doing a quick website, that'll get us the 10 hours of project management time. And we've also got the steps which show round about where in the project it should be. So for the logo, once we've got the concept ready to send to the client, we know we're at 25%. And this is for you as well as for the project managers to know when to move the Trello tabs, Trello boxes along. At 50% for a logo, we've sent round 2, silver logo, we've sent round 2 to the client, and at 75%, we've sent the 4th round of logo examples to the client. And then once they've signed off, we move it into the complete section. Alright, so that's all of the different projects that we do, and the timelines involved on them, and they do get changed on occasion, so that's just a Google sheet that can be changed and is linked in there. Alright, back to the main list. So I think you've had a look at Highrise, haven't you? Have you set up any client cases in Highrise? No.
I've looked at Highrise, but haven't really had a chance to navigate it.
All right.
Or play with it yet.
Alrighty, well let's go and look at Highrise, because that's quite interesting. So let's go High-rise. We need to, so the name of this one is Elysian Dental. So we'll just copy that as the name for the project case. So in High-rise, we will add a new case. To go to the cases, add a new case, and there you go, Elysian Dental branding. Everyone can see this, add the case. And this means that now that it's there, all of the team members who are working on the project and communicating with the client can copy all of their communications to the client. So again, if we go and look at one of the recent, you can see Mount Gambier. There's all of the emails that Sandra and I've sent to the client. And every single person has a slightly different email address that they use. So that's my email, and if you logged into High-rise, the email that you have would be slightly different. So if you're sending an email over to the client to say, hey, just wondering where things are up to on the project, if we've asked you to contact them at all, then you would go and get your own High-rise login and put it into your BCC, all of your communications to clients to this email address in High-rise. So we just put a little note about the case, new project, branding and website project with, what else are they doing? They're doing stationery, temporary and quick content. Stationery includes temp, website, quick content. Right. Okay, and then it'll automatically add any contacts into them. So that's High-rise pretty much done. All right, so next we'll go and have a look at how we set up the project in High-rise, Harvest, sorry. And to do that, we'll go here to projects. And we want to add a new project and see Elysian Dental. The project name is branding. I see it's logo, stationery, website. Scrolling. Alright, so over here in the notes, I always put for the website what it is. So it's scrolling, responsive, quick content, temp equals 27.75 hours. And we want to do hours per task. No, that's fine. Right. Website. And we're going to have logo. Logo design. Maybe the silver. Alright, so if we check, we add silver logo design and create a new task, and we go and check in Gus. Right, so for a silver logo, it's just an hour and a half. So we go back into the project, and the silver logo gets 1.5 hours, and the website gets 27.75 hours. And then we also need to have another line item for Sandra, so that's support website development. development. Sandra gets 14 hours to do that. As the other parts of the project, there's other things we can go in and add the other tasks. The people on this project will need to be, Jordana is going to be the project manager, and Sandra always needs to be on all of our website projects. And then we update the project, and there we go. We can see we've got with different line items and the amount of time. We can see that the team has got everybody involved, and we can all start logging our time against the project. So as a rule of thumb, always add me, Sandra, and that's kind of you, I think. Oh, no, are you there as a separate line item normally?
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I'm not sure. I think that's me.
Yes, I think that is you. Yes, no, there you are. You've got a separate one. So I'll add you as well. So that if there's some tasks that maybe we might give you the website build task, then on play around in WordPress, then you're there as a resource as well. Okay, so that's pretty much setting it up in Harvest. So now we know that the team can log their time. So we then have to go back to set up Basecamp, which is, so to go to Basecamp, you need to be able to see this templates button. All right, so we are going to be setting up a website project. So we go into the templates section and we choose the website design template. And the website design template includes all of the branding and logo and stationery to-dos. All right, so we're just checking the name, and then we go back to the website template and we change the name of the template, branding website. So they are going to do, so we edit this so that it says silver logo and stationery. They want scrolling image, not practitioner, so that's an either or. Yes, they want mobile. They are not doing photography at the moment. They're not doing blog posts, and they're not doing editing, and they're not doing SEO or copywriting. But they are doing a temp and quick content. All right, so it's a summary of the line items from the confirmation. Silver logo, stationery, oh, they've got a brochure as well. Then temporary website, scrolling design, responsive, which was the same as mobile, and quick content. Let's just go and add the brochure in as well. Website brochure. And rename the project. Check who's on the list, because we'll probably have to add. Yes, we don't need to have Kathy, and we don't need to have Katie, but we do need to have you, and we do need to have Jordana. Right, so there's the team so long, and then we can go back, and we might as well publish the project. Boom. All right, so there's our project. It's all live and it's got set up. So these to-dos here in the project welcome and kickoff, when we receive payment, you and I can run through them and make sure that they are correct. But what we know is that we've already done this one. We've set up Harvest. We've added Sandra to the project for the website. We've set up time allowances for each element. Actually, I'm going to add a note for you to do here. Add brochure line item. And stationery. Oh, ticking all the wrong people, Danielle. And then I'm going to assign this to you so that you have to go into the project to see the detail. But there it is, right, so you'll know. So as going through these, and again, we'll wait until they pay, but we'll go through those and set up all of those. And then you can see all of the to-dos underneath for the graphic design. We're not doing a flyer, so what we do is then delete that because we're not doing it. Okay. But we are doing a brochure, and we are doing silver logo, so we can delete gold logo. We're not doing bronze. So we just try and tidy it up as much as possible because we know that there are hundreds of to-dos. Now we need to leave this because after the logo, each of those things have to happen. But we're doing stationery. At the moment we're not doing photography, but that might happen, so we'll just leave that as a maybe. We are doing quick content. Okay, good. We're not doing a practitioner website, we are doing a scrolling website. Okay. And content board, website completion. Not doing editing. So the first few that we're setting up, give me a call and we'll go through it a bit together, because you need to kind of match up what's in the confirmation and the proposal with what's in Basecamp. So the other things to do, we have to add the scope in from the project and the proposal and all the contact details for the client. And then we start running through the other to-dos. I'm just going to pause that.